Man, the Outsider's really gotta stop leaving me presents. He's like a goddamn cat. Dishonored 2. Have you heard of it? Let me give you a brief synopsis. It has a steampunky Victorian-esque world run by an empress. The main characters are the Empress, Emily Kaldwin, and her royal protector/father, Corvo Otano, the former protagonist of the first game, both of which happen to be badass parkour assassins. Someone has been going around murdering the Empress's enemies, and is trying to make it look like the Empress is doing it herself. You know, cause she's a badass assassin. Not a hard line to draw. Because of this, faith in the Empress's ability to rule is shaky at best, leaving it ripe for the usurping. In swoops Delilah Copperspoon, or Delilah Kaldwin as she is calling herself. She claims to be the half-sister of Emily's mother and the rightful heir to the throne. And thus begins the playable part of the game. Unlike the first game, you get to choose who you play as. Emily or Corvo. The other gets turned to stone. Why Delilah doesn't turn them both into stone is the real mystery. I really love the Dishonored games, and there are two main reasons. One is the versatility. There's a plethora of ways to make it through each area. You can go through the whole game without killing anyone, without being seen even. Or, you can ruthlessly murder every living thing that crosses your path. It's up to you. There is no wrong answer. The other reason is the magical aspect. There are lots of stealth games out there, but not many can pull off the combination of magic and stealth as well as Dishonored has. Who doesn't like running past all your enemies in the form of a rat? Or having your kill disappear into dust like they were never there? Dishonored 2 is a great game, but it's a bad sequel. Hear me out, okay? I was really excited for this game, and though I enjoyed playing it, I was a bit disappointed. But I couldn't quite put my finger on why. And then I realized, this game is exactly the same as the first one. The story is the same, the powers Corvo has haven't changed, the powers Emily has are barely any different. You can't paint a pot a different color and call it a new pot. Instead of just blinking in and out of existence to get past enemies like Corvo does, Emily pulls herself with the spectral thing. Isn't that neat? No! This is exactly the same! I don't care how you spell it, she still bounces from one place to the next with the use of magic. Corvo possessed people, but Emily, oh no, she invades their shadows. Really? Come on, you're still controlling them. Whether you control their brain or their shadow doesn't matter. The end result is the same. Here is the plot of Dishonored 1. Empress is killed. Emily is kidnapped. Corvo is blamed. Rebel group takes him in. He then works his way through all the lower baddies until finally taking out the Lord Regent and freeing Emily. Here's the plot of Dishonored 2. Usurper sweeps in. Emily is kidnapped. Corvo is blamed for the Crown Killer murders. A rebel group takes him in. He then works his way up the evil ladder until finally taking out Delilah and rescuing Emily. Something sound familiar here? Well, I hope so. Rats are now flies. Tall boys are now clockwork soldiers. The pub has been replaced with a boat. Sokolov is still there too, and there's a mission where you have to go get him. Just like the first game. Sequels should add more to the world, to the gameplay. It should give us a new mechanic to learn and explore. It should grow. But Dishonored 2 didn't. Oh, it looks like it did. Female protagonists, new and exciting powers. That's all well and good. But the gameplay is exactly the same. The protagonist's gender doesn't even matter, because you rarely see your own face. It's first person, so unless hands really throw off your sense of identity, then gender is superfluous. Sure, it tries, but in the end it's not enough. There is one level where you get an item that lets you manipulate time, which is a really cool and new mechanic, but it is taken away as soon as the level is over, and the repercussions are never explained. I guess it was to retain some sort of mystery, but all it did was confuse me. Wait, why are there so many people here now? Why do you have 2 arms? Not enough has changed between 1 and 2 to make it feel like a new and exciting experience. Even the ending is just as lackluster as the first. You take out the final baddie and boom, that's it. Story cards, game over. If this game had come out first, I wouldn't have had any complaints. All would have been fine. But the reality is that it didn't. Come on, Arcane, you can do better. You have a great world here. Just spice it up a bit. Emily Kaldwin is starting to feel an awful lot like Princess Peach, getting kidnapped every other week. Feet. Yeah.